can write if psi is equal to C1 f1 of x plus C2 f1 of f2 of x. And see some operator according to the psi. First one is if you take differential operator. Number two, we take integral operator. And third one we can going to see about square operator. And fourth one we are going to see to square root of operator. So here we are taking example for psi. The same thing C1 f of f1 of x and C2 plus C2 f2 of x. If you are taking a differentiation of this equation, whether it is linear or not, we can going to see the same thing integration we will take for this psi value and square as well as square root of. Okay, first we'll see about the differentiation. So dy by dx c1 f1 of x plus c2 f2 of x, right? So we can write this c1 d by dx of f1 of x, right? Plus the same thing c2 f dx f2 of x. So it should be equal. If it is addition, it is the equal one. So the operator dy by dx. So therefore the operator d by dx is linear. So this is addition. We have seen already these things. So we can tell the differential operator is linear. Then second one, if you take integration, the same I value, it's c1 f1 of x plus c2 f2 of x and dx. You can write this c1 f1 of x dx plus c2 f2 of x dx. You may get integration here. Okay. So whether it is equal or not, if it is equal, it's equal. So integration also is linear for the particular function psi value, function of psi value. If you take square root, sorry, square, only square, not square, right? So that c1 f1 of x plus c2 f2 of x, if you take square, right? You can write this one like this also. Instead of square, you can put here square. So is it equal to c1 square f1 square of x plus c2 square f2 square of x? Is correct equal or mapa? Anyone? No, Nathan.
Sir.
இது ஈக்குவல் வர வாய்ப்பு இருக்கா? We know
No,
about
sir.
that previous one because it may be equal, whatever
Yes,
it
sir.
may be, right? For I mean differentiation or integration, both are
Yes, sir.
equal, left hand side and as well as right hand side. For the third one, it's square, right? For example, a square plus I mean a plus b whole square. What is the formula?
So a square plus 2ab plus b square.
Okay, so here if you write like this is not equal to this. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Then it may be equal to this. A square plus b square equals 2ab. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
It is equal to this. So this is not a linear. It is a non-linear. So integration is linear. Square is non-linear. What about square root? We'll see. Make it right. Square root of c1 of x plus c2 function if the function of x. You may take square c1 f1 of x plus c2 x. It may be equal to c1 of f1 of x root plus c2 f2 of x. Is it equal? Equal இருக்க வாய்ப்பு இருக்காப்பா? Anyone? இது கண்டிப்பாக if you take some small example you can see this will not be equal. You will see some example. It is non-linear. So finally we get some conclusion. Here the differential is linear and integration also linear, but square as well as square root of both are means should not be equal. Okay. Okay. This is the fundamentals of quantum mechanics operator. So here next we are going to see about the Hamiltonian operator. We already discussed about that. What is Hamiltonian? Now here we are going to see about Hamiltonian operator. Okay. So what is Hamiltonian? The classical Hamiltonian of a system H. Actually, we are telling H is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. So this is a fundamental one, right? Total energy. So for H, that is equal to kinetic energy sum of potential energy. So we have seen in the Schrodinger wave equation, the symbol for kinetic energy we are considered T and the potential energy V. Okay. Usually we are taking kinetic energy E, but here it may take some confusion. That's why we are taking kinetic energy as the T. So you know that kinetic energy formula.